I'm in a fish tank now. Oh no!
Which way do you twist it? Sam Slade, I like the idea of having set seats, because I like sitting there a lot.
I know you do.
Yeah.
It's the best spot, actually. You frame it so it's the best spot. I noticed that on the Logan review. I was like, Alec is in the best spot. He easily has the best coverage.
When have I ever done that?
He did that on purpose. And I'm in the worst spot because the microphone is covering my face. You didn't tell me. I could have moved.
I didn't know.
Could have told me.
I can't see what's on that camera ever. Like, my framing for that camera is always an estimated guess. Because that tripod sucks.
It looks real crooked.
It is, well, yeah, it is real crooked. So what's on the docket today?
There's only one thing on the docket, and that's the Dirties. Recommended by me, apparently. I forgot. That's
Sam
how
Slade
long
actually forgot. He was like, "Oh, is it your turn?" And I was like, "Yeah, because you recommended the Dirties." Like, I thought you did that. I was like, "No, Sam Slade, I think that was you."
Well, I'm glad I recommended it because I think it's great.
Yeah,
I liked it.
So yeah, our new show today that we're starting for the first time ever is the Dirties review show. First episode,
Weekly review.
weekly Dirties extravaganza show.
This show will have at least the same amount of production value as the Dirties.
No, we don't. They got wireless mics.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
And they're great.
we got these shitty
They
mics.
spend the whole first scene talking about how great they are.
We got these shitty mics that cover Sam Slade's face.
I'm underwater.
The Dirties.
The Dirties. So Sam
That
said,
no one has seen.
why did you suggest it?
Because the Devil's Advocates told us about it.
They did?
Mhm.
Our best friends who never want to talk to us again.
Well,
Yeah.
they forgot it all. They forgot the whole thing because they drank during and after.
Yeah.
So they probably forgot about us.
Yeah, they probably don't even know these.
What are all these emails?
These losers
What is
talking
going on?
Oh my god.
We also changed our name after that. It's as if we wanted them to forget about us.
Yeah,
We
they're
changed
like,
our identities, our looks. We bleached our hairs.
Yep.
they're like, oh man.
Sam Slade bleaches here, you can't even tell though.
Yeah,
No,
those
you can't.
Flame Reach guys, man, they were so funny. I'm gonna give them subscribers. Uncle Mickey, no, I can't find them
I
anywhere.
can't find them anywhere.
It's just these Uncle Mickey fags.
I wouldn't even put it in the underrated category. I would put it in the no one's seen this movie.
Unknown.
I don't even know how we saw it.
It was made by actual high school students.
It was made by, well, I'd say college students, but yeah, it was made by just community college students, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Very much an inside joke kind of student filmmaker inside joke kind of thing.
Oh, it is such a jerk off to student filmmakers. Like, it was really. I think all three of us related to it a lot, just because of that. There's a lot of things where if you've ever made a film for a film class, you'll be like, "Oh, I understand everything they're joking about."
Yeah. Even on the cringeworthy
So many
side, too.
editing jokes.
Oh man.
They talk like us too. They just make constant references.
Yeah.
The whole time.
It's really it made me take a hard look at ourselves.
Yeah, it was scary real to me. It was, the whole thing was very the whole time. It was also real to me where the way it was set up felt really real. They were doing things that were real. Like when they went to the shooting range and stuff, they were actually shooting guns, and you could tell. I was like, and it made me uncomfortable. I was like, what if they mess up? They're gonna shoot.
Oh, they were being so dangerous with those guns too.
Yeah,
They
I was
were
like,
not
that's
being
real.
safe.
They're actually shooting guns on screen right now. And then, I've seen, you watch YouTube. It's like, oh, I'm gonna demonstrate this gun to you, blah, and it's like whatever. But for some reason, them doing it in the movie, I was like, oh, they're just a bunch of kids. What are they doing? You know?
Same here.
I'd love to say that the casting was spot on, but it's literally the director thought of the movie. He looks like he's in high school. He wrote it and he acted in it, and obviously it's spot on because he basically just wrote himself into the movie.
And the acting's really good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
He pulls his pants down. Only his nuts are hanging out.
I would like to point out that scene made me laugh that I cried. That took me so off guard. I had to go back and watch it
I had to
again.
rewind it because I was like, was that just his balls?
That's not why you rewound it.
Well, because I wanted to see his balls.
Yeah, you want to see his balls, dude.
Well, wouldn't you?
Well, I rewound it. Two high schoolers who are student filmmakers in a film class, and they
They make
movie.
the shittiest movie
Yeah,
ever.
short film for their class.
That's a
about
ripoff of literally everything.
Yeah, that's a ripoff of literally every movie that's good from the 90s. Especially the 90s. And they present in class, it's about them killing their bullies or whatever.
For no reason, there's a John Malkovich scene where there's just.
Well, I think he did that because he was like, well, we can't hire a girl, so I'm going to dress up as the guy. He's like, but I should just do the Malkovich thing so it's not as embarrassing. I should do the John Malkovich thing where Is John Malkovich being a girl?
They do this crazy thing where they film a girl giving a presentation in a class.
And they make her say something?
And yeah, they ask her a question so that she'll specifically say something that they need her to say, and then they just really shittily take it and like mask out everything but her face over the video, and it looks awful.
Oh my gosh, why did they think that would work?
Well, no, that's what's so great about it is that like
it's
everything
hilarious.
like that in the movie feels like it actually happens. Like it's a real feeling thing.
Well, because it's like the whole, like, again, on the inside joke thing of it being a student film thing, where it's like, oh yeah, when you're making stupid, low budget, you can't do anything projects that are short. You just kind of think of things like that. You're like, oh, well, what if we do this? And it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess people will get it if we do that. We throw in, we film this woman without her knowing, and make her say a line, and then splice it in later.
Yeah, we'll just do.
I mean, we've never done that because we never thought of it, but
No, we're not smart enough for that. We're not on their level yet.
we'd rather just kidnap a woman and make her act in a
Yes.
movie, which is what every woman on our movies do.
Yeah.
Or they're always
If
kidnapped.
you've ever seen a movie in
And most of the guys,
a
too.
woman in any of our movies, they are not there on their own free will. They were
They're kidnapped. Their feet are tied.
Yeah.
That's why they hop around on screen.
That's why you never see a woman walk in any of our movies. That's why Brian never walks. Yeah, the premise is real simple.
It's pretty funny too.
Oh, but like, and
Like, the laughs really hit.
But I wouldn't call it a comedy. Like, I think that's one of the things that kind of hurt me going into it, was that I was told that it was a comedy. I was led to believe that it'd be like a dark comedy, something like In Bruges or something like that. That's kind of what I was expecting.
you told me that, but when I started watching it, like within the first like 5 minutes, I was like, this is not going to be a comedy.
Yeah.
This is going to be kind of funny at points, but it's not supposed to be a comedy. This is going to be really dark.
Yeah.
And I was totally into it for that. They move on from just making that student film to being like the main character being like jokingly like, well, why don't we just shoot all of our
Yeah,
bullets?
it basically evolves into where like the movie that they're making in the beginning, this really stupid movie about them killing all the bullies, and then after they get bullied a little more, one of the main character decides that he wants to actually kill all of the bullies, where his best friend doesn't get it, and that's kind of where the plot takes off. But no, I think my biggest problem kind of stems from that. There are parts where I feel like they wanted it to be a hard comedy, and there are parts where I feel like they wanted it to be really dark, and the fact that it's a mockumentary betrays it, because there are parts where like it just doesn't make sense for it to be a mockumentary, like especially the really dark parts, where like you're watching something awful happening, like a school shooting. And it was hard for me to suspend my disbelief that there would just be these camera people that wouldn't have warned anybody or said something or been characters.
Or had any kind of reaction at all
Yeah.
in the entire movie up until this point.
Especially in the beginning. Especially in the beginning, because they kind of make some jokes in the beginning about the camera people, about how they're actual people and they're like, you know, they're
They talk to
mistreated.
him sometimes.
Yeah. So I would, like, the thing that really hurt the movie for me is that they keep this mockumentary tone even as the movie gets darker and darker, and it becomes hard to believe.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean-
same here. Because towards the end, I started wondering more and more as the stream was going on. I'm like, what's... Okay, so wait, so why are these guys okay with this? I don't know anything about them. Whereas, at the very least, in, say, something like Cloverfield, HUD is recording because he's an idiot, but at least you know his character. Like, okay, HUD's recording because he was told at the beginning, record everything, HUD. And he's an idiot, so he takes it literally.
I think
You know,
it
and
would have
it's-
been really easy to get around to if they had just gotten rid of the camera people and implied that he filmed the rest of the movie. Like, that would have been super simple, and it would like completely.
They probably should have done that.
Yeah.
You could have just like done it like a vlog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
or
Hey
like...
guys, so I'm
He
going
set
to
up all
shoot
the-
up the school.
You set up all the GoPros and everything. So
Yeah.
why wouldn't you
Like
just go-
exactly.
And like if we showed it like the whole ending of the movie was from those perspectives, and then at the very end they still have that last scene, but it's just regular, like regular movie. I think the other small issue I had with it was actually the pacing. I think the pacing was not necessarily bad because I wasn't necessarily bored at any of it. I just feel like the interesting parts happened way too quickly, and the less interesting parts went on way too long. I feel like right when the drama was getting interesting between these two guys, it just ends.
Well, no, that's one of my favorite parts is the last like shot in the movie.
Yeah, you know.
It's so creepy to me. Like he's just like, why are you running away from me? Even though he's holding a gun,
He
he
has
just shot people.
absolutely no idea
And he's
what he's
yeah,
doing
he has
wrong.
no idea what's wrong. He's like, well, you're my friend, right? Why are you running away from me?
I almost feel like you could have gotten even more good stuff out of it if it just lasted a minute or two longer. You know, I don't know. Like I feel like more of a confrontation between the two of them would have been really interesting, and I felt like when it ended, I was like, oh, okay, it's over. You know, I felt like I was on the cusp of something even better, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine.
But like a lot of scenes where it was like emotional, like drama scenes, like not just like the two towards the end, but like throughout it when he's getting annoyed with his friend, like the main character is, and all that.
Yeah, no,
it was
that
always
was
so
good.
genuine because he's never like just yelling at him. He's kind of like he's also joking and laughing about stuff, but he's like pissed off, obviously.
There's this great moment towards the end of the movie where the main character's talking to his mom, and he's asking her if she thinks that he is crazy. And she says something like, "Oh, you know, crazy people don't have empathy" or something like that. Or
Yeah, she's like, and they lose the ability to perceive what's real and what's not.
Perceive reality or something like that. Yeah, and
And he's just the whole time he's just staring in the corner of the room.
It's
real
hilarious.
but it's also depressing. You're like, oh my gosh, he is crazy. He's just like, and she's like, are you okay? He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. And then just, the scene ends, and you're like, oh gosh, he's a
Yeah.
crazy person. What's up with school shooters and just serial killers in general who like love Taxi Driver and like all those movies?
Well, let's not kid ourselves about Taxi Driver.
Well, yeah, but
A guy who thinks he's doing the right thing, that shaves his head and tries to be a terrorist and murders all these people for a cause that he thinks right.
Yeah.
He thinks is right, and then is hailed as a hero in the end.
Always shows up.
Of course.
Same thing with the Catcher in the Rye.
no, I was just. Gonna
Oh
say
yeah,
that
well,
they
Catcher in the Rye,
They
yeah.
even kind of make fun of that because they're like, "Oh, what is it with school
Also,
shootings?"
he has a Catcher in the Rye shirt.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, I should wear this Catcher in the Rye shirt. He already had it. He didn't like buy it in his house.
Get it.
Also, people say that that Catcher in the Rye can never be adapted. It's called Taxi Driver.
Yeah. I've never read it, so I don't know.
Really?
Okay, you don't need to. It's boring and it sucks.
It's boring. It
What's
sucks.
it about?
It's about no. It's
It's-
about this guy. He's a teenager.
kid.
He runs away from his boarding school, and it's basically him roaming around New York for like 2 days, being a moany little bitch.
So
Sam's like,
that
you would absolutely
things
hate it
are-
because nothing happens, and all he does is walk around and complain.
I always thought Catcher in the Rye was about an old man taking care of a little girl that wasn't his.
What?
Yeah, that's the impression I got from it.
From who?
I guess I'm mixing it up with something else, but I always pick, like, whenever I was like Catcher in the Rye, it's like, it's that one book about the old dude that's taking care of that little girl.
The hell?
Sam's like, what the fuck?
I never read it, or the one about the old dude and the little girl.
What's the old dude and the little girl?
I have no idea.
Catcher
Last
in the
of
Rye-
Us.
The old man in the sea.
Yep, the little girl's name is the Sea.
So, any closing thoughts on the Dirties?
Definitely watch it, people. More people should see it.
Yeah. More people should see it. It's really
It's really clever.
yeah.
One thing
It's really entertaining.
I will commemorate it for is they did such a good job for what looked like negative budget. It looked like something we could have shot, and I don't mean that like something that are on our budget we could have made.
We just didn't think of it first.
No, they thought of it first. Those jerks.
Well, I'd like to give this movie 7 out of 7 Dirty Harrys.
Oh yeah, I'd give it all the Dirty Harrys. I would give it.
I give it 9 dead Columbine students
Out of
out of however many were actually killed.
That'd be great. Like 8.
I'm going to hell. I'm sorry, Columbine students. I didn't mean it.
They don't care. They're dead.
I feel like at this point, I mean, it's been how many years since Columbine? I bet you if they're ghosts walking around, they'd appreciate the joke now.
Yeah.
It can be funny now.
I
They're
would.
over it. It's like 13 years ago.
I would. I'll bet you they'd love the Dirties.
They would. They'd be like,
Yeah.
hilarious.
But
Hilarious.
the whole thing.
His nutsack was hanging out.
so my recommendations for next week: 1, the Minions movie. It's on Netflix. You guys can watch it. This is a blast from the past. The Pacifier, starring Vin Diesel.
Oh man.
And the real option,
Oh, and Boyhood. Yeah.
I'm thinking Boyhood.
Oh, you gotta be a baby about it.
Well, I don't want to watch The Pacifier again. But I don't want to watch Minions.
I don't know actually. Now that Sam Slay's complaining about the other two.
Such a baby about.
I'm saying Boyhood will make a better video.
Will it? You really don't want to watch either of the other movies.
How do we even watch The Pacifier?
It's on
I
Netflix,
own
that's
it.
why that's why I chose it.
You own it?
Yeah.
Kevin's like, I have it on Blu-ray.
Minions.
Oh, it's up to you.
The tiebreaker
Oh,
button.
I should leave that to the button. Are you guys ready? So we'll do up button for Minions.
All right.
Down, flat or down button for Boyhood.
Oh,
It's Minions!
Next week we'll be doing Minions.
Gotta get on that.
You're trying so hard to get out of it.
No, we're doing it. The button spoke. We're not, you can't talk yourself out of
Oh,
it. now.
hell, the
We're
button!
doing the Minions.
No,
I'm
Kevin,
just saying we're
Kevin,
having.
can you believe how hard Sam Slade's trying to get out of this? We should do Boyhood just to spite him.
Nope. The button spoke, Alec. We are doing Minions.
Well, I mean,
Button is a higher power than all of us.
well, I mean, I'm okay with doing Boyhood. I mean,
No, the button spoke, guys.
we're doing Minions, the button
The
spoke.
button spoke, dude. The button.
As much as I'd love to joke that we can change it to Boyhood,
See you
That's
guys.
Uncle Mickey's button.
See you guys.
that button is a higher power than all of us.
Minions. The movie.
Minions.
I have to watch it.
See what you do, Alex?
I went too far, Sam Slade. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
I hope
All
it gives you AIDS.
right, we'll bring.
Oh,
we'll-
we give you AIDS.